Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of a game that plays in the background while you're doing other things on your computer. I don't remember the name of the game
Cookie
though.
Clicker.
It's not.
Torn
it's
City.
Like it's a really old one. Like 15 years ago? No, 15
Fallen
years.
London.
Oh, how dare you, son? No, it was back, I think. Oh, I'm sorry. They're gonna die, aren't they?
Looks like it, yeah.
They did. Well, she has a lot of armor.
They do have a lot of armor.
We're all gonna die. This is bad.
They have such little health. Wow. Okay. There goes those three.
So back when I was, back when I got internet for the first time, and I perused gaming forums online, talked to people about the games that I liked and that they liked and all that sort of stuff. I was a lot into Diablo 2.
Right.
And there was some new games that were coming out that were like Diablo 2, but weren't as good. Ow. Oh, it was for you. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That was a lot of damage, though.
Yeah, my physical armor is lower than it used to be.
And so there was this game that's basically a background application that you run on your computer, and it keeps going up the levels and the experience and the monsters. It plays by itself, and you can pause it, but if like you just run it and after a few hours you're like level 7, or after a few other hours you're level 20 or something like that.
What's the player input?
No player input. That is just
None at all. It's a video.
No, it's like a text log. It's like an old school roguelike.
Okay, but you don't put actually anything at all into it.
At all.
Is everyone seeing the same text log?
No, it's randomized. So
what's the
it's
point?
sort of a play on the way Diablo 2 works.
But if there's no input, why does it exist? Like, what would you do with it?
You just have it on the background and level up.
But why? Why don't you just get? Why don't you just get a notepad on your page, on the side of your desk, and then every so often, like, cross out the number on it and write a higher number?
But that's cheating. You can't do that.
Oh, come on.
I think your questions are very valid.
Yeah, I agree.
But that's precisely what for me anyway, what the game.
Wait. Ah, never mind. It's fine.
Oh,
doesn't matter.
That's precisely what the game sort of, not warranted, but sort of elicited the feelings that it elicited back then. Because I was like 20 years old or something like that.
Oh, back when you were a youngling like me.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can't do this, unfortunately. Okay, let me step aside a little bit. And then do this. Okay. And then charm you.
Oh,
so
blocked
yeah,
by
what you're saying is
blocked by
pretty...
magic armor.
Sorry?
Blocked by magic armor.
Oh, Colonel. That was my charm. That was gone. That's like 5 turns.
Yep.
And what I remember from that game is that I enjoyed the act of just, putting it on the background as I got home from school or whatever. And before I went to bed, it was already like up to level 10. I was like, oh, look at me, I'm at level 10.
That's so sad.
It's not sad.
It is though. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You didn't accomplish anything.
It's the same as grinding in any...
No, it isn't, because when you're grinding, you're doing something. What's that quote? Like, congratulations, you cheated yourself. You've achieved nothing, learned nothing.
Yeah, yeah, but it works though. It's just, I felt the same sort of achievement, which isn't that much. Obviously, it's not a very good achievement.
It's not much. It's nothing.
But it puts into perspective what grinding in role-playing games is. It's nothing else other than that.
It is though.
Faff about a little bit.
In a bad role-playing game, maybe it's nothing more than that. But in a good role-playing game, the grind itself requires input.
Yeah. Well, the input is the bare minimum, right? But
sometimes, not always.
Apparently not. Oh, that guy is gonna bleed to death, hopefully? Yes, okay. Yeah, he's bleeding to death. Ooh. Oh, there's people on...
There's more, yeah.
I'm not... Hey, don't I'm not gonna help you. I don't know who you are. Why are they?
They're really
They are very
fixated on you.
Yeah. So ever since then, I think, well, not immediately since then, but that changed my perception of things a little bit, and I don't like grinding, basically.
I mean, yeah, grinding is absolute trash. It's the worst thing ever. I mean, grind is just gameplay, but without the promise of any like fresh gameplay, right? No one.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that, but for me, it's more like if I could cheat at the game. Like, imagine I'm playing Diablo 2, right? And I'm playing Diablo 2, I'm leveling up a character and getting all the weapons that go along the way and whatever. And if I could click a button and I just got my end game build, I wouldn't do that. I honestly wouldn't do that in Diablo 2.
Yeah.
But on Diablo 3, isn't there a button now that allows you to just make a level 60 character?
I've no idea.
But that's a thing. I know that's a thing in World of Warcraft.
You can pay.
I think, yeah.
It's more scummy monetization, yeah.
Yeah, the money is not an issue. It's a cheat anyway. So if you pay to cheat, it's the same. But like, you need to. I myself need to ask those questions when I'm playing a role-playing game. Like, am I doing something that I would rather cheat away? And
yeah, it's like Assassin's Creed Odyssey launched with the ability to pay a substantial amount of money in order to make the game go twice as fast.
To cheat.
Which is just
to cheat.
Yeah, which is just so dumb.
It's scummy.
It's very
scummy. Can you imagine Elder Scrolls 6? If you want to enable God mode, you need to pay $5.
Well, Fallout 76 has started introducing plenty of non-cosmetic microtransactions.
Yeah, I know. But Fallout 76 is like, it's a horrendous game.
It's
we need to play it one of these days
not
here.
that bad.
Well, it's not
I think
bad
we
when
already
you're
did
watching
actually.
somebody else.
No, I played it, and I think if I really wanted to spend like another 100 hours just playing Fallout 4 with less story, it would be good. I don't particularly, but all the people that were like, yeah, I spent whatever, 1,000 hours just enjoying wandering around the world of Fallout 4, have no excuse to not like 76, because it's just Fallout 4 again with no story.
I agree with that, honestly.
And but Fallout 4 was not very good.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, it was worth. I played it for like 250 hours. I thought it was pretty good, but it's not worth another 100 hours.
I didn't play Fallout 4. I must have played about as much Fallout 4 as I played Fallout 76. So I suppose I played a little bit of Fallout 4.
I think I beat Fallout 4 at least 3 times.
Oh, poor you.
I liked it. It was alright. Gunplay was good. The way they did the RPG stuff was just so crap. Like, they're going rapidly towards crapper RPG stuff in Fallout 4 and 76. The cards thing is just idiotic. Look, you just have skills, have perks, have levels. We're good. This is a good system. Leave it alone. It works.
But the cards are such a cool looking thing.
Oh, yeah, you get to open a little pack and it comes with a piece of chewing gum and fuck off.
That's right. Looks are very important.
It's just... Oh. I'm amazed you still can't buy those packs, by the way. That I would have put money that you'd be able to... Oh, come on, they've had that idea. I would have put money on them being able to buy them by now.
Okay, let's see what I can do here. Okay,
it's pretty nice damage for a Carnet with 1 infusion.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it is. I might die though. I'm not too trusting of this thing. For me, Fallout 76 really is just. I think for me, like, my criticism comes from a taste standpoint.
Sure.
I think, or my sort of, not taste is probably not the word, because like preferences, I suppose.
Sure.
Like the plastic skeletons and the red paint all over the place. I can't. I just.
It's
can't.
pretty funny, yeah.
It's also it's just junk all over the place. It's so much junk, and that's my problem with Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 as well. There's just so much junk.
I do think both games would be better if you didn't have a carry capacity.
Oh yeah, never mind that. Never mind that. That's not even in the forefront of my problems with the game, even though it is a fundamental problem at the center of the gameplay. Okay, if these guys don't keep spawning, we'll be okay.
I think this one's the main one, and if we kill them, then we'll get we'll be able to end the fight.
Yeah.
That's my theory.
Okay. Well, Vishlar might die.
I'm not
He's cursed,
concerned.
terrified, necrofire, poison, acid. Poor man can't catch a break.
There goes Greer. There goes Vishtar.
Okay, I still have armor. I don't
Oh,
have
you were
armor
talking
anymore.
about... Oh, no, that wasn't you, actually. That was Adoi talking about token representation. So, are you ready for our token lesbian in this game?
Do we have that?
There's literally, I think, one... It's one of the only actual couples... Oh, it's a physical incarnate. In, like, the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
And they're up ahead. I really feel... I don't know. I obviously have nothing against representation in games, by any means. But this really feels like someone was just, like, looking at the scripts and go like, oh, crap. We haven't got any lesbians.
Make a lesbian.
Make one of them a lesbian. Yeah. It just... I don't know. I suppose...
It's a game that doesn't really have too much romance anyway.
No, but there's a bunch of people that are, like, interesting... What the hell is happening to my screen? It's gone so dark.
Yeah, it does that. I know.
Is that not
normal.
a bug? What is going on? Oh, it's gone away again.
HDR, I think. Or
Yeah, if
what-
you... Oh, it's just if I leave my camera still, it goes darker and darker and darker.
Yeah. It's super weird.
That's so weird.
There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't remember that.
it's coming up. I don't know. It's just... I feel like they're trying... I feel like they're trying to make them... I feel like they made... They're right here, by the way, on my end. I feel like they made them lesbians just to try and make the person wanting to execute one of them look more evil.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Which is just...
No,
I don't know. It just feels like a really weird way to include stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of complicated. I don't know who the writing team is. I don't remember actually looking into that.
Speaking...
Sometimes...
Oh, sorry,
Yeah, go ahead.
Speaking of problems with this game, I've just realised like a huge problem I have with the plot, which never occurred to me before.
Oh no, plot holes.
It's
We're
not
finding
really a
them.
plot hole. Well, no, it's not really a plot hole. It's just a bad plot point. Which is that the Voidwoken have no objective that you can discern from their actions. You see what I mean?
Yeah, they're just the big bad.
Well, they want to, like, you know, retake the world for themselves and whatever.
Yeah.
But they don't do anything conducive to retaking the world. They just generally kill people for no reason. Which doesn't make any sense. Because surely, if they wanted to retake the world, they should be, like, I don't know, trying to capture the 7 key magical sites in the world so they can bring the rest of their species across. Or, I don't know, something. But
Are you saying that Tolkien was a bad writer? How dare you?
But it seems like they don't do anything conducive to taking over the world.
I see what you mean, yeah. They're just used as... Yeah, they're just the orcs.
But they should be...
They could be better.
The orcs had an objective. They wanted to, like, take over the whole
Kill
world, and they did things which were highly conducive to doing that, like conquer places. Whereas the Voidwoken just randomly
true.
show up and then immediately get killed. Like, they're supposed to be an intelligent species, right? Shouldn't they be gathering in armies and grouping together to attack cities? I guess maybe that's what this is, but I don't know. Why are there just
Yeah,
random
well-
ones bumbling around in the forest?
Yeah, it feels very detached, even if these are
Yeah.
some of them. It's like, because it only happens every once in a while.
Oh god, that's a good shot. My incarnate, totally ablaze with a pile of bodies and blood behind him. 2 dead Voidwokens at his feet as the screen slowly fades blacker and blacker. That is a spectacular shot right there.
Yeah. I can't imagine. I can't see it because... Well, I can't... Well, I can... Can I... Oh, I can... Yeah, I can take the blue outlines.
Did you play Oxygen Not Included? We're hitting a lot of games on
no.
this episode, by the way.
I didn't, and I missed the... somebody asked me yesterday if I was going to play it. And I was like, yeah, if it ever comes out in full release, on this was on the day of release.
Yeah, it was yesterday it came out, so
Yeah.
it's a good time. You should request a key.
I did request a key, they didn't send me.
Oh.
And then I didn't anymore.
It's not very much.
No, but like I'm super busy right now on the schedule. For
Yeah, fair enough. It's a good game. I've played it, I don't know, probably like 60 or so hours. I enjoy it compared to RimWorld because RimWorld,
You
in some
prefer it to
ways,
RimWorld?
I don't know if I prefer it, but I like it in some ways over RimWorld because in RimWorld the combat feels extremely poor, and a lot
It's
of
like
the
second. It's not really the.
it's not the main thing, and yet almost all of the moment-to-moment challenge is only in the combat. Like there's other challenge, but all the actual kind of
Oh, that's interesting.
immediacy of the challenge seems to be in the combat, which doesn't. I don't know. It's not good when the combat is so bad. So the main thing that threatens your game being the combat, and then so the main threat is boring. If the main threat was like if it was like Banished, where supply chains were actually difficult. But I don't know. RimWorld always just seemed like there's one side of the game which is min-maxing and trying to optimize efficiency and stockpile placement and who has what jobs and prioritizing and all that kind of stuff. And that's really good fun. But then the thing that actually ends your colony almost always is a random attack, which is just, they attack you with a million soldiers because somehow this world sustains like 99.99% death rate among bandits. So obviously this is something that games can't portray well, but that's something that I feel like isn't very well represented. Banditry can't have anything like the level of death rate that you see in games, because otherwise there would be no bandits. See what I mean?
That was one. That was one of the problems that I had with Fallout 3, and I suppose with Fallout 4 as well. Like Fallout 3 has a huge population of bandits in a post-apocalyptic world.
He's got 4 bloody hell. Alright, so he's gonna die to poison.
He's gonna die though.
Yeah.
And it has way fewer people that are not absolute murderer faces. And it's actually I think that has more to do with. It's more of an inherent problem with gaming.
Well,
And
not
not even
it's not inherent. There are solutions.
There are solutions, yeah, not inherent. I meant. Oh yeah.
A big problem in gaming.
Yeah, it's like a traditional problem, I suppose.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That wasn't a joke. It does. But the thing is, like, one of the solutions, the most common solution, is to have the player character moving. So it's not that. What the hell? My incarnate. Is that your incarnate? How did your incarnate just suddenly appear next to me?
I teleported to you. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm in combat now.
It's blocking my vision.
Yeah, there's a lot of smoke in here. I'm sorry.
Colonel.
The incarnate is in combat though. Okay.
So one way to have it is to have the player move, right? Because then it's not that there's just loads and loads of bandits. It's that you're just moving through different areas. So you're moving through like all the bandits the whole world has, right?
Yeah.
That's one way to do it.
I-
Hello.
You think that one was particularly devastating. The
We
great city
fought a
of
sea
Arts
sausage.
may be finally ready to fall.
Sure, let it burn.
Let it burn, and let the Manchesters burn.
Let it burn. Let it burn.
Who's got time for that?
Who's got time? Oh, hello.
That's the proper attitude to have.
Dispatch.
What I was gonna say is more to do with the way combat itself
The
is
captain sobers and curls her lip at the void worker
is used.
corpses
It's a
and looks
basically
eyes.
it's a game. It's a sort of game inside a game, and this happens as well in role-playing games, tabletop role-playing games. Or it can happen anyway. I found all the best things just now. I'll send you some of the best things. Which is there's a word for what it is. It's like escalation of combat or something. I don't know. It's like when somebody calls you a name in the street, you don't take out a machine gun and destroy them.
Unless you're a GTA police officer.
That's true.
Which case you
that's
absolutely
the
do.
thing. That's just the paradigm sort of things. Even like in this game, if you steal an apple, everybody wants to kill you. Everybody in the tavern, And what
Including
will
the
you do?
children.
Including your children. And what will you do as the person who stole the apple and is now wanted for death.
You can only
by-
respond with equal violence.
You will burn them to a crisp with your fireballs, and you cut them down with huge hammers and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's like there's no middle ground. There's no, okay, stop it, or just punch them until they're unconscious, or until they bleed, and they're like, okay, I yield. And that just doesn't exist in real life. That sort of...
What? Yeah. Some of these
All or
Void
nothing.
Awakens are being flagged as stealing.
Yeah, I noticed that.
That's
I'm gonna steal, but we're probably gonna need to kill these people.
It's weird.
I think you'll like the things I'm sending to you.
Kingdom Come Deliverance kind of has some escalation. So you can
Yes.
you can surrender and get sent to prison for varying lengths of time and stuff like that.
Yeah. Gothic did the same thing. It's a very easy way of doing it, and I like it. It's basically non-lethal combat. I mean, it's not necessarily the cleanest way of doing it, because it can be very confusing. I just killed this guy with a sword, but he didn't die. Because basically,
I don't think you're telling me the truth then.
Yeah, basically. What happens is there's non-lethal combat. Gothic has the same... It's like... If there's two ways of being aggressive towards you. One, in both of them, they will fight you to the death. But
Right.
one of them doesn't kill you. One of those two ways. And you choose the one... It can be very comic. Very... Comic? No. Funny.
Could be
Funny.
comic. Yeah, comics, right?
Yeah. It can be very comic then. Because, like, you steal an apple. The owner of the apple wants to kill you. And he kills you. You go to 0 health, but you don't actually die, contrary to what you might be expecting. Because it's a video game. He just says, "Oh, don't do that again," and he walks away with your sword and the apple, mind you. That too.
Yeah,
He
of
stole your
course.
weapon. So it can be very, very funny in Gothic anyway. In Kingdom Come, it's just very janky all the time.
That is pretty funny.
Such a janky game.
There are a lot of dead magisters here.
Oh yeah, all the people here just didn't have a good time.
Oh, Quercus, what's this?
Hold here, Quercus. Shield.
Are you in the wedding already?
We are about to. There's every
Or are you
chance
messing around with the
of
lesbians? Ask them if they're
I
sisters.
am getting to the point. Quercus. The point is, the path ahead. I have watched.
That's a
I do
funny.
not know what
not funny.
the forces
People do
of
that.
evil will. You have been a good shield and an excellent friend. Quercus, I know.
Metal scraps.
Now, it will take more
Oh.
than Quercus's ferocity.
Some things are
After our
still
last
others
test
are
made
not.
with your very welcome. Sorry,
I
Quercus.
was welcomed to Arcs.
I concur that this match.
The squirrel lays his hand on you, and it
Now, of course, you granted. But if you need.
Oh, that's right. It's the one that's being burned, isn't it?
Alright, so apparently we need to harness Magister's power against them in order to defeat the Great Acorn or something? I didn't really read it.
Oh, that's the different sideline. Side quest.
Wait, it's a staff. Ah, it's a staff, damn it.
It looked very good, didn't it?
Yeah, they always do.
Well, they're two-handed. They must be balanced.
Yeah, no good.
Oh, look at that. We have our organized containers auto reload chest. Why
Oh, is
it
that here? That's handy. Well, since we don't have a
home
boat
right?
anymore, yeah.
Yeah, it must be somewhere. I'm gonna go down to the beach if you don't mind.
Please, go for it.
Also, maybe... Oh,
And the episode as well.
yes.
Mm.
Whose turn
It's
is it?
you.
Oh, it's my turn, because we're playing that automated game that I talked
That you
about.
don't know the name of.
I know that, yeah. There's probably more than one. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and Count Chriso doesn't hope that, though.
Nope.
He hopes.
Nope, screw you all.
And thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.